M.Revathi M, Assistant Professor, Department of Computer Science, Artificial Intelligence and Data Science, Dr. S.N.S. Rajlakshmi College of Arts and Science. So in this series already we discussed about operating system, what is operating system, what are the technologies and what are the functions we are using in operating system. So in this video we are going to see case study on operating system to base AI applications. Here we see the introduction. First we see the abstract. This article analyzes the prospects of creating operating system for AI application to be based on the general requirement for such system that could better meet the expectation of user on reliability and security, including malicious software and threats of a various nature. So first the introductions are, this article is more concerned with the problem of creating control platform for autonomous mobile vehicles. This fact is that which existing operating system and computer platform that mass creations and automobiles device primarily ground and airborne basing, it is a socially dangerous phenomenon. So some of the operating system from a variety of malicious software, viruses, worms, trojans, etc. Here we see the problem statement. So the specific problem of autonomous vehicle is that in the period of their productive functioning, they are beyond of the possibility of intervention of qualified personnel in the case of loss of controls. Given that these vehicles, UAV or UGV for example, are gradually become heavier and heavier, the danger of incorrect operation of those devices is increasing. It is also possible to imagine only in a nightmare as some terrorists blackmailer are just not quite a normal person injecting a virus program into an unmanned vehicle that will travel 15 meters to the right of the road in a certain area of geographical coordinates on the pavement. So prior to reaching a certain territory, the virus, for example, may not manifest itself. Further, you can supplement the horror by presenting a typical spread of the virus. So in this problem, the existing system we are using, so the problem is that our current platform did not go for beyond computer architectures, so operating system and programming languages for 90s and 1960s and 70s. The computer environment of that period was very different from today's. So computers were extremely limited in speed and memory capacity. So it is used only by a relatively small group of technically literate and non-malicious users. It also rarely connects to the network or to the controlled objects. So the proposed systems, the modern computer architecture, operating systems and programming language did not evolve sufficiently to provide fundamental changes in computers and their uses. So criticalness of the situation also is increasing by the increasing of number of applications of artificial intelligence implemented and the expectation of the mass emergence of mobile autonomous vehicle in all kind of environment. So that is land, sea and air. Against the background of the appearance, the task of computer security is directly transformed into a ordinary security problem. Safety of life, health and free activity of people. So the current state analysis at present software application were primarily on the platform that were created more than 50 years ago and this age is beginning to be clearly felt. These platforms represent an extensive collection of software operating system, programming languages, compilers, libraries, runtime system, middleware, etc. So as well as equipped that allows those programs to run. On the one hand, these platforms are having huge success both in financial and in practice. In the financial field, this was resulted in the creation of the software industry, which by now only in the section of packaged software has demonstrated revenue of about $200 billion. So the practical result was revolutionary innovations in the form of the internet, mobile communication, etc. On the other hand, this platform leave much to be desired in terms of expectation and requirements of the majority of users for reliability, stability and security. So next we see the requirements for operating system for artificial intelligence. The presentation is the position of the author and actually does not pretend to the compute and true such a new, absolutely non-standardized sphere as artificial intelligence. At the same time, the author is less interested in internet-based smart applications. They will be based on the technology and those operating systems that will evolve in the traditional way. This situation differs with autonomous vehicle. In fact, their intellectualization turns them into the sum of it, not individuals, then entities that are able to make their own decisions. Proceeding from this immediately, the question arises: can such objectives have a reset button? So, a person who we recognize as normal has no reinstallation. The author believes that the intellectual apparatus should not have any reset, as fundamental principle may be sound unusual. So the author had to deal with such a situation with complex missile control system in this practice early in 80s. So crash only software. So operating systems that do not have a reset are referred to as crash only software. Assuming that for the intellectual entity, that continuity of conscious functioning is also very important. For living being, the author tends to include requirement for crash only software in the composition for the requirement for AI voice. Crash only software means strong modularity with relatively imparable component boundaries, timeout based communication, least based resource allocation, self describing requests that carries a time to live, and information on whether they are idempotent. Transitional principles also should be used when adaptable. So the conclusion: in the modern world, there are not so many technical areas where specialists could manifest themselves to the same extent as in the case of the development of the application of artificial intelligence, and especially with the operating system on which this application should be based. This short overview shows that at present there are particularly no prerequisites for monopolization of sphere by even industry leaders in the form of Microsoft, IBM, Google, and others. So we come to the end of the section. I hope you enjoyed the section. Thank you.